I sat there and I listened to Tim Lomar tell me his version of how he thinks I was supposed to die that day. Talk about leaving you numb from the neck down. It's hard, you know, you make jokes about it, whatnot, but you sit and you think about, she was really gonna kill me.
August 10th, 2016. Carol Alford was on the porch with her dog when Pam Hupp drove by. It was captured on this surveillance video.
She waved. I was like, okay, waved, you know, thought maybe she was new in the neighborhood, and she drove down the street, came back, and she just pulled up behind my driveway, and she just sat there and she was just staring at me.
Alford remembers bizarre questions, starting with, do you babysit? And ending with an offer to make $1,000 if she'd go with Pam to do a 911 segment for the show Dateline.
If I help her, I can't bring my keys, my cigarettes, my cell phone, or my wallet because the producer does not like clutter.
Alford took her dog inside and grabbed 2 knives.
So I put a folding pocket knife up this sleeve and a kitchen knife in the front because I'm getting ready to get into a stranger's car that I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, is up to something illegal.
Alford did not even have shoes on when she got in Hupp's car.
Yeah, I was this close to her, rubbing elbows. I had the one hand in my pocket, like on the handle, because if I had to, I was coming out this way with it.
As Hupp talked about where they'd be shooting the news segment, Alford's gut told her the knives were not enough protection.
So I'm thinking to myself right about now, best excuse I can come up with to get out of this car. We get to about here, and that's when I told her that, you know, I got to go back and get some shoes, lock my door because of my husband's dog, whatever. Right here is where she turned around at and took me back to my house. She started to get out of her car, and as she leaned forward, she looked up and kind of leaned back in her car. She's like, you have cameras on your house. And I'm like, not only do I have cameras on my house, but I know how to dial 911, and I have a knife in my pocket. Have a good day.
6 days later, Hupp found someone else, Louis Gumpenberger. Prosecutors say Hupp drove him to her home, called 911 while Gumpenberger read a script they believe Hupp gave him, then shot him to death. Police found $900 in his pocket and a note with instructions to stab Hupp to death and get Russ's money. Prosecutors say Hupp planted the note and that Russ is Russ Faria, a man wrongfully convicted in 2013 for the murder of his wife Betsy. He was exonerated. After a second trial revealed evidence Pam Hupp could have been the killer. Hupp was never charged with Betsy Faria's murder in Lincoln County, but St. Charles County prosecutors say she was feeling the heat and that she plotted killing Alford and Gumpenberger to convince people Russ Faria was the bad guy.
Knowing what I know now, that me getting in her car that day and trying to see what play out and figure out what she was up to helped put her behind bars for Lewis's murder. I'm glad for that, and I wouldn't do anything any differently.
She fears Hupp might have gotten away with killing her because of where Hupp said they were driving.
She said, we rented a house over behind the shops in Lake St. Louis.
She found out later Hupp was referring to this house. It's Russ Faria's mom's. Prosecutors told Alford what Hupp had in store.
That she was going to have me make a false 911 call to the cops and implicate Russ in my death and leave me dead in his parents' front yard where he was apparently living at the time. It was hard to breathe. To think I was supposed to be laying in that yard dead.
Chris Hayes, News 11.